Continuing our look at food chains that are making a comeback in Singapore, we now turn our eyes to probably the only place in Singapore where you always feel the weekend is around the corner. That's right, TGI Fridays. The American chain of casual dining restaurants first came to Singapore in 1993 at the Park Mall Glass House. The Singapore outlet was one of the first in Southeast Asia to open.
I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's grey and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you, it's Friday, I'm in love.
Razor TV checks in with its Director of Operations, Andy Dillon.
Let's find out a brief history of TGIF in Singapore. Like, when did it first come to Singapore?
Basically, we were in Singapore for 5 years. And unfortunately, that was the time of the Asian financial crisis.
That's right.
Where, it was not well worth it staying on. And as you know, like at that same time, 97, 98 period, a lot of restaurants were closing down. So, we made the decision to move on.
Like at the peak of its success, like how well was it doing?
Busy would be tame, all right? Very busy.
Understatement.
Understatement and a half. But it was really, really busy.
Okay.
You used to have on a Friday and Saturday night, we used to have queues out there. And, it was a double-story restaurant as well, upstairs and downstairs. And you were just packed out.
Malaysian-based Chaswood Resources are the new management behind TGI Fridays in Singapore. But surprisingly, the Asian financial crisis didn't affect business in Malaysia.
It did not really stop our development there. We continued to open restaurants, and even after 98, 99, we still did. But I think the big boom came is when the ownership changed hands from the old owners to the current owners, Chaswood Resources.
Okay, so why come back now?
A year we've been here already, and it takes time to find that perfect spot that you want.
Why did they settle on, say, Sheeran, right in the heart of Orchard
I think
Road?
when they saw this site, they said, yeah, no worries, go ahead straight away, because it's smack central of Singapore.
Okay,
Yeah.
so perfect time to ask how business is doing right now.
Business has been excellent. If you are passing by here still, like after we were here and now we are back, if you were passing by on a Friday and Saturday, you'll still see those queues outside, people waiting to come in.
Actually, you know what? Let me stop you. We have the food is right here.
All right.
And these maybe you can introduce and we can talk about these are your signature dishes. Okay, so what is this right here?
Actually, there's Friday's best Jack Downs ribs and our signature appetizer, the 3-for-all.
Okay, and what is in the 3-for-all?
3-for-all, you have the potato skits, which Friday's invented. We have the always fresh celery sticks, the buffalo wings, our signature as well, and the fried mozzarella.
And of course, we're not done. We have 2 more dishes.
Okay.
This one is what we call the Cub salad.
Okay.
So lots of nutritious and fresh ingredients. You have the black olives, eggs, avocado. You also have the Colby cheese, the cheddar cheese, fresh diced tomato, blue cheese, bacon bits, and of course the charcoal chicken.
And how many people does that feed?
Well, here at Fridays, we always serve a generous portion of food. If
Awesome.
One person can finish it.
We have a pasta dish.
The best-selling pasta right now. We call it cedar salmon pasta.
Okay.
So you have salmon, some zucchini. We have the bruschetta mix, and of course it's a mixture of a cream and a tomato-based sauce.
So it's perfect time to talk about what was different from last time TGI Fridays and now. What's the main difference?
Portions haven't got any smaller.
Okay.
And Fridays have always been known as that huge portion. And things that are different, like, before this used to be a full portion.
Yeah.
So sometimes it was a bit too much for someone. So now we even serve it in half portions.
Another new addition to the Singapore outlet is an experienced flair bartender who puts on a show every Friday and Saturday.
Okay, how about the differences and the comparisons of like, say, the look of TGI Fridays?
Okay, the
What's
look,
different?
it's a total revamp. We're going with the times now. And, it became more 70s. We took out a lot of the wood. And there's so many different elements that you will see. Even the memorabilia on the walls. The training has changed as well. Both, executing the food and even training our employees. And the goal is every guest leaves happy. As long as everyone knows that, no worries.
Happy and awful.
Yep.
Happy and awful, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, last question. Let's talk about expansions, because one TGIF cannot be just enough, right? We have to have more than one, right?
within the next 3 to 5 years, you can see another maybe 3 TGI Fridays opening up in Singapore.
Yeah.
We've got some sites in hand already, but it's just not confirmed 100% yet. So, definitely. Yeah.
You know what? Thank you so much for your time, Andy.
Okay, no
I'm
worries.
going to stop this interview because I want to eat. So
All
let's
right.
dig in.
It was a pleasure.
Ask any Singaporean and eating will probably be high up on their to-do list. With such an astute taste for food, Singaporeans give us their thoughts on why some of the food chains didn't work out in Singapore.